Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. What did you think of the game today?
Oh, oh,
Yeah, France looked terrible.
What? Yeah,
France looked terrible.
I know they didn't play well at all.
No, I mean it's like they hardly got any shots off. It's crazy.
They got outplayed. What can you do?
Yeah.
you're tired.
Tomorrow should be a good game.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
It's bad blood between Argentina and England, so
Well, oh, because of the Falklands?
that's one of the reasons.
Uh-huh.
The other one was Maradona with his hand.
Oh, yes. Wow.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Where are we at 75? Ein Hay?
Yeah, 75. Yes, correct.
Oh, it's a long duff. Okay.
I just saw him. Where is he?
Hello, gentlemen.
Walter.
Good
Hello.
evening. Uh, yes, Dr. A is a little late. Mine. Yeah.
Walter, you had money on France today?
He's It looks like corridor is owned by next door. There's people that own next door.
Could be. I think so. Yeah.
I just got an email from them with a tissue of menus. So they have the same for both of them in the same email.
Oh, okay.
So we're on Ayin Hay 75. Man Tana over Benar Sharhalach Lebeis Akvoros Nitma. Who is the Tana who said that if a Ben Pakua, we're talking about a fetus that was 9 months old, alive, that came out after they shechted the mother, that even while it's live, it's considered food, and therefore, food, if it's moistened, is now hechsher lekabel tuma. It's Rabbi Yossi, Rav Yechon, Rabbi Yossi Glili. The time Rabbi Shimon Elazar, Rabbi Shimon Yossi Glili. Metame tumas oichlin. A ben pakua, even though it's normally live animals don't acquire tuma if it's touched by a sheretz, for example. It's a live animal, but this ben pakua can be eaten without shchita. Therefore, it's metame tumas oichlin. It's hechsher, and it requires this independent moisture because it never got shechted. And the shechit of the mother doesn't accrue to the fetus because it was never touched by blood. No, it's not considered food because it's alive. If it's alive, it can't become tummy through a sheretz. So, even though it's alive, it cannot become tummy. But a ben pakua can, according to Rabbi Yosigli. Vaz Rav Yechon tameh. Rabbi Yechon is consistent. The Amar Rav Yechon, Rabbi Yossi Aglilu Beishamai Amru Dover Echad. That Rabbi Yossi Aglili and Beishamai have said the same halach. Rabbi Yossi Aglili had Damar. Beishamai Disnan. Dagim Emesam Akablim Tuma. Fish. When is fish considered food that it would be makabel to it? Beishamai Omi Mishi Sodu. You catch it, you pull it out of the water, even though it hasn't died yet, it's gonna die. Beisila Omi, no, Mishi Amusu. You have to wait till the fish dies. If you keep them out of the water until they get a dry spot the size of a cella, then it can't live. So, but Beishamai says that they are already makabel to them while they're alive, before they die, which is like Rabbi Yossi Aglili by Ben Pakua. My binayu. What's different between Beis Hill and Rabbi Kiva? Rav Yechon dag mekarter ikibinai. A fish that's moving around, but you know it's going to die. According to Beis Hillel, since it's alive, it's not makabel tumah. According to Rabbi Kiva, it's now at the point of no return. Even if you throw it back in the water, it can't live. It's viewed as if it's already like it's dead. Okay, boy Rav Chisda. Noldu bedogim simone treifa. Dogim have intestines as well. Let's say you have a fish and it has a hole in its intestine. Mao. Does it makabel tuma like a food or not? An animal that is treif you can't eat. So therefore it's not food. But fish don't require shechita. And they can be eaten no matter whether they have a defect or not. Meaning, is there a concept of treifa by fish? If it develops some kind of defect, where it would die. Now, tibor leman domer treifa chaya, tibor leman domer treifa chaya. We can remember there was a dispute whether a treifa automatically is going to die or not within 12 months or at some point. There's some say that a treifa can live. Some say treifa can't live. The shaila about a fish is tibor lemandam or treifa chaya because behemahu the nefishe chayusa. A behema has a great deal of life. Aval dagim de lo nefishe chayusa. Fish does not have significant amount of. It can't survive outside of water, so maybe low. So they cannot survive with a treifa defect, and therefore it's viewed as if it was dead, and therefore it would be received tumah if it touched the sheretz. O dilma, afilu mandamar treifa enachai. Even according to the opinion that says treifas cannot live. That's by an animal, where shchita applies to it. There's no shchita by a fish, so maybe low. So there's no din of the treifa. Has no halachic ramification if it has a treifa, and therefore there's no. It's not mekabel tumah until it actually dies, like Hillel said. There's no answer. Hitila nefil. Let's say you have a cow, and it miscarried a dead fetus. Is that fetus what's the din of the chaylev? Rav Yochanan chelbo kechaylev behema. Just like a chaylev behema is prohibited, the chelbo of this fetus is also prohibited. Reish Lakish amar chelbo kechaylev chaya. Just like the chaylev of chaya is permitted, the chaylev of a fetus is also permitted. Rabbi Yochanan chelbo kechaylev behema. Why? Avira gar. Once the fetus comes out into the air, even though it wasn't full term, it has a din of a behema. And therefore, the chaylev of a behema is prohibited. This is also. What makes the fetus a behema is that it complete development at full pregnancy. If it doesn't have that, the chaylev is permitted. Everybody agrees if it's premature, the chaylev is not prohibited. Somebody put their hand into the womb, and he pulled out chaylev of a 9-month-old live fetus. The chaylev of a fetus is like any behema, and chadoshim garmu. And since it's fully developed, it's a behema even before it's born. Because you need both things. Chadoshim ve'avira garmi. You need it to be fully developed and has to come out into the air. Otherwise, it's not considered a behema. If it's not a behema, its chaylev will be permitted. Eisvei Rav Yochanan Reish Lakish. Ma chaylev ushtei kloyos amores ba'asham mutzah miklal shliel. When you offer a korban asham, part of the korban you have to put the chaylev and the 2 kidneys as part of the asham. But not if it has a fetus. You don't have to put the chaylev in the clothes of the fetus. Av kol motzah miklal shliel. So any korban, even not an asham, the fetus would be excluded. You wouldn't have to put the chaylev in the clothes of the fetus. So Rabbi Yochanan says lididi bishma lididi, because a regular fetus is like a behema and the chaylev is prohibited. We needed a special pasuk to say that the chaylev of a fetus in this case is permitted. You don't have to put it on the korban, on the mizbech. El didcha, who says it's not chaylev in the first place. Why do you need an extra pasuk? Amay yitzra. In fact, Reish Lakish says, "Time of the din nami me'alcha." I learned the whole din that it doesn't. The chaylev of a fetus doesn't have the din of a chaylev from this issue that it's not required to be put on the korban. Ikedi Amri, others say they learn this differently. Eisvei Reish Lakish Rav Yochanan. Ma chaylev ushtei kloyos amores ba'asham motzim miklal shliel. The chaylev in the kidneys of an asham, you don't have to put the fetus on the mizbeach. Av kol motzim miklal shliel. Same thing with every korban. Bishma Ladidi, I hold that the chaylev of a fetus is permitted, it's not prohibited. Mishum achim yat rachmana. That's why the Torah says you don't have to put it on the mizbech. El lidcha likarev. According to you, where it's real chaylev, why shouldn't you put the chaylev in the clothes of the fetus onto the mizbech? Because it's premature. We have other examples. If it's prior to 8 days, you can't offer as a korban. The same thing. Rabami. You shechted a treif animal. You found a live fetus. 9 months. L'divrei Omer, according to Rav Meir, that says you can't eat it unless you shecht it. Matir, even though the animal that it came from is a treifa, but the shechita of the mother is not what's allowing you to eat this fetus. Rav Meir holds you have to shecht the fetus itself. So therefore, if the fetus itself has no treif defects, it's going to be permitted to eat. The divrei amatir, the ones who hold not like Rav Meir, that you can eat the fetus with the shechita of the mother. Well, the mother was treif, so any part of that body is treif, including the fetus. Oyser. Rava Amar l'divrei amatir nami muter. So Rava wants to say no. The Chachamim who hold that you can eat the live fetus with the shechita of the mother will also allow you to eat the fetus, even though the mother was a treif. For the following reason: Arba simonim achshabe rachmana, that you could get away with the shechita of the mother, but you could also shecht the fetus itself. So you have 4 simonim. So since it could stand on its own, if the fetus does not have a treif defect, it would be permitted as well. On Rav Chisda. Hashoichet is a treifo motzav ben tishacha. You have a treif animal and you find within the womb a live fetus. Ta'un shchita. In fact, in order to be permitted to eat that fetus, you have to shech the fetus. You can't get away with eating it based on the shchita of the mother. And that makes sense, because the mother was a treif. And just like you can't eat the rest of that mother, you can't eat the fetus if you're going to rely on that shechita. And then the fetus, when you shecht it independently, has the din of everything. Chayv is rav l'chayim akeva. Just like when you shecht chullin of any kind, you have to give the foreleg and the cheeks and the pastrami to the kohen. The imeis, if it happened to die without shechita, tor milatami b'masa. At least the shechita of the mother cleared it of tumas nevel. That it did. Amarle Rabbo, ton shechita kaman. When you say that this fetus requires shechita, who is the Rav Meir? Is it like Rav Meir who requires every time that you eat the fetus, you have to shecht it? Well, in Meis Torah Milatabi B'Masa, come on, that's Kirabanan. You can't have it both ways. You can't have the fact that you need shechita like Rav Meir, but then to say that you rely on the shechita of the mother to be matarid from Tumas Tevela like Rabbanon. How do you stim that? Ulatamech hadatani Rab Chia. Hashoichet is a treif u'motzav ben betishachai. The mother was treif, you shechted it, and you found a live fetus. We say ton shechita. The Brisa said the fetus requires a shechita. V'chai b'zrol chai makeva. You have to give the kohanic gifts to the kohen. The mace, and the Brisa says clearly Torah milatami b'masa. And ton shechita kemad. Rab Meir. The mace Torah milatami b'masa k'rabbanan. So you see, you have the same problem in the Brisa. So what? So Rabbah says Aloy Kasha. Rab Chia im kfar matzo meiskom. Rab Chia is talking about when you found the fetus dead. Then that fetus is not going to convey tumah when you shechted the mother. And Rav Meir will also agree. He only says that you have to shecht a live fetus, but he'll agree that the mother's shechita will prevent it from having tumas nevela. So the whole brisa is like Rav Meir. Ella l'didcha kasha. You did not explain how to reconcile the two shitas. Or merlei l'didinami loy kasha. Arba simonim achsher berachmana. That you can rely on either the mother. It's either or. You can rely on the mother, but you can also rely on the shechita of the two simonim of the fetus, like we said before. Ki solek Rab Zera, when Rab Zera made aliyah, he was learning this discussion of Rav Chisda. What, did Reish Lakish not agree? No. Misha v'shoyle. Reish Lakish would always wait for Rav Yochanan to finish. V'shosikle. He would be silent for a period of time before he would argue. And he just didn't know whether Reish Lakish later on argued. But Ikadami Mishta V'shasi, Reish Lakish was drinking at the time. V'shosikle, that's. But maybe he did disagree, so he doesn't know. Okay. Rabbi Shimon Shazuri added in the Mishnah that even if this live fetus that came out after you shechted the mother was 5 years old in the field, you can eat it without shechita. So the Gemara says, Hainu Tanakama. Why is that different? Amar Rav Kana, Hifris Lagabi Karkik Binau. Important halacha. The Tanakama, even though Mikra Dini permits you to eat it, there's a Gzer Midrabanan. Once its feet hit the ground, you better shecht it. We will not allow you to consume it without shechita. It's a mar sign. People will think that other animals you can eat without shechita. So Shimon Shazuri says no. We don't worry about mar sign. You can eat it even without shechita. That we look at children of animals both as children of the father and of the mother, then ben pakua bal beimim ayasa. If a ben pakua, this live fetus that came out after shechita of the mother, has relations with another animal, and they have a child, avlad ein lo takana. You can't eat the vlad because from the ben pakua side, the ben pakua is has been shechted, and therefore an animal is born with two simonim, the esophagus and the trachea. But it's as if one of the simonim doesn't need shechita. Now, the other animal that it had relations with is a regular animal. So you'll never get away. You need to eat an animal, you got to cut both simonim. But one of the simonim is viewed as doesn't need it. So that's why it has no takon. You can't eat it. Rabbi. Hakol modim the kolut ben pakua. You have a live fetus that came out after the shechita of the mother, but it didn't have a split hoof. It was a mutation. That, even if it put its feet on the ground, the Chachamim will also agree shemuter. My timer. Kol milsa detmiya mitke dikrila inshi. This is a very unusual thing, that it came out without a split hoof. People are going to remember it. So they're not going to learn from there that you can shecht other animals, you can eat other animals without shechita. That if you have a mother whose hoofs are not split, and that mother had relations with the ben pakua, and they have a child who has no split hoof, there everyone says it's mutter. My time, trait me mitkir kiri inshi. Again, these are two special things. Number one, a ben pakua. Number two, an animal without a split hoof. People will remember that. And we don't have to worry that people are going to eat animals without shechita. Amar Zeiri, Amar Rav Chanina, Allah Rav Shimon ben Shazur. That even if the animal is 5 years old, you can eat without shechita. Rav Shimon Shazur matir with no Uven beno atzov koladers. Even all of its grandchildren, you could eat it without shchita. Rav Yechonah mahu muter ubno aser. Only that generation the ben pakua, but the children you have to shech. Ada bar Chava avale ben pakua denafel du b'yalei. Ada bar Chava had a calf that was a ben pakua that was attacked by a bear or wolf, and it was going to die. Also, look, coming to Ravashi, Omerle, Zil Shachti, go and shecht it so you can eat it quickly. Because it was, Ravashi held, not like Rav Shimon Shazir, like the Chachamim, that once it started walking around, there's a rabbinic requirement for shchita. Omerle, Omer Zirim Rav Chanin, Allah Rav Shimon Shazuri. I thought you said Allah is like Rav Shimon. Rav Shimon Shazuri Matir B'Vno B'Vno Tzov Kol Adoros. V'afil Rabbi Yochanan L'Komer L'Benoi. Rabbi Yochanan disagreed about the grandchild. Aval Iyu, the Ben Paku itself, Lo certainly didn't require. Why is Rav Ashi requiring shchita of this Ben Pakua? Omer Le, Rav Yochanan Div Rabbi Shimon Shazuri Ka Omer. Rav Yochanan was just going according to the shita of Rav Shimon Shazuri. That even Rav Shimon Shazuri would only hold the Ben Paku itself, but not his grandchild. I V'Amar Ravin Bar Chanina Amar Ula Rav Chanina Halachik Rav Shimon Shazuri V'Lo Ela Kol Makam Shashon Rav Shimon Shazuri Mishasein Halachik also. Wherever in Shas we say the halacha is like Rav Shimon Shazuri, the halacha is like him. So how could Rav Ashi say that it needs shchita? Amar Le Anaki Hai Svirali. I hold like the following: Amar Rav Yochanan, Amar Rav Yonason, Halacha Rav Shimon Shazuri b'Mesukin. You have someone who needs food because he's b'sakana. So then you can eat him without shchita, but not a regular case. Ubetrumas meiser shel demai, where you buy an ama aretz and he's suspected of not giving trumas and meisers. You have a problem because maybe he didn't give the truma. But by a pen pakua, you could be more lenient, but otherwise it would require shkita. What do we mean by mesukah? This not. Brishona hayu oimrim ayoytze bekuler. If someone was being taken out to be executed by the government, Lomar kisfu get lishli, he said, go write a get for my wife. Now, normally you have to write kisfu utznu. You have to say write and give, but he didn't say give. Hare elu yichtu v'viyitnu. Whoever heard him can write it and give it. Chazru loimer afam afash v'ayotze b'shayara. Somebody leaving on a caravan or going off on a boat. And Rav Shimon Shazuri omer afam mesukah, and even somebody who is b'sakon nefashos. Trumas meiser shel d'mai, this not. So this will hold. Let's learn it. Trumas meiser shel d'mai. So you have an animal that might have been trumas meiser, and then it got mixed up with 99. You know, you need 100 to be mevatalit, but you only had 99. Rav Shimon Shazuri af bechol shoyaloi. You can ask the Amoritz, did he give trumas and meisers? Normally you can't ask him. And we have a leniency that then you can be mevatalit. You can also do it on Shabbos for covered Shabbos. Okay, stop here. We will be teaching the Tzorba in about 15 minutes.
Okay, shkoyach, Ernie.
Yo.
Barney.